Time for a Steamship. As we enter the area, our boy is hitting us with a cutscene. The deck doesn't advance the danger rate, but as we dwell on the mechanical depths of the Steamship, the danger rate will advance. So, gotta watch out in here. Now, the first room has the exact number of steps needed to reach the door without encountering random, so if you don't have any battles on the way, then you're in good shape. And notice that the elevators don't advance the danger rate, none of them do, and you can also take the elevators up and down and nothing happens to the steps. Now, notice that on 5 steps we're going to have a random encounter, so if we go into the next room, then we're just going to lose time. So what we want to do is go back out into the previous room, take 4 steps, and then re-enter the door to refresh the danger rate. But now we're here with a similar situation where in 10 steps we're having a random, so we're going to do the same. We're going back out, take 8 steps this time, and re-enter. And now we have more than enough steps to cross the next room without an encounter on the way. So this is something this step manipulation does fairly often. It makes you re-enter rooms repeatedly, but it gives you a clean pass through the rest of the dungeon. It's not something I necessarily agree with, but I just copied this step route off of Japanese runs, so I don't make myself responsible for any of this. Anyway, on this room we need to go to the right for extra steps and also to grab the Phoenix Down. This is going to cover our backs during Liquid Flame if somebody dies to a strong magic spell. You can also grab the chest from the left and have a chance at grabbing the war map. Notice that if I clear the text box, I am not allowed to move until the fanfare ends. So this is the reason you don't want to grab war maps, so that fanfare wastes time. But you can grab it here if you really needed the help to get through the overworld. But preferably you just ignore that. Okay, now on the way out, in addition to the steps from grabbing the Phoenix Down, we need 8 steps. So don't be scared of the reference, I just do like a snake shape around this platform, it's just what I like doing. Looks a little weird, but it's the reference I am comfortable using. You can do whatever you want though. And oh yeah, here, if you grab the conveyor belt accidentally, when it pushes you, it advances steps, so just take it easy, walk if you have to. Now over here on this specific shaft, the danger rate doesn't advance for some reason. Kinda weird. But we'll just keep going through the dungeon. Okay, here you want to grab the second shaft from the left. Every other shaft just takes you to a room with goodies, or it forces you to repeat rooms. Also, you want to press the wrong button while crossing the conveyor belt. It makes you go by faster. But yeah, we don't detour for any items on the Steamship because they waste more time than what it takes to go for the detour. Like the items themselves don't save any time at all. Here we need 4 steps before crossing the door, so what I like to do is reach the door and then take 4 steps and then cross it. The door is going to stop you for like a split second if you push into it because it needs to open first, so you can use that as a buffer, but I wouldn't rely on it, just try to be cautious. But we cross here, and on the save point room you can also walk however you want, and it's a chance at a safety save, especially if you're the side of step manipulation. And here we need oh yeah, the almighty lever room. So the reason this room in particular is so tricky is because every single lever has an event tile around it on every direction. Every lever has an event tile on up, down, left and right from it. So we need to cross this room in a very specific way to seal the step route. So first, as we enter, we go up, pull the lever, wait for a platform to take us, and then left, down, pull the next lever, then take all the platform all the way to the wall, then press up, pull the lever, press left, pull the lever, and when you go down, you're going to have an encounter on this exact tile, which means that we're doing well. So this is the formation we want. We need to bomb the party to level 5 for extra HP, extra MP, and more magic multipliers, because at this point the bosses are going to start hitting harder, so we need the levels, and we cannot cheese things with Golden Punch anymore. So yeah, we need to start grinding a little bit. So on this encounter we're going to buffer a defense action for Faris, and then go to Lenny's turn and break an Ice Rod. We need the Ice Rod specifically because this guy is shared as a weakness if you use Bolt. I think they don't die. I think the crew does immune to Bolt. It's something like that. They are just weird. Just use the Ice Rod. But yeah, that's going to give us the experience we want. Normally, we used to grind the Wild Nags on the way to Karnak and kill them with fire spells, which is more economical, but this encounter just gives you the experience quicker on less encounters, and it's faster, and we can afford the Ice Rod anyway. So, okay, here we hog the Abyss and pull this next lever. And before reaching the door, we want to cross over the 2 event tiles around this lever. So you go right, then up, and hog the lever. You don't go up, that means that you will skip an event tile. So you gotta go right, and then up. Okay, and now we have a Liquid Flame coming up here. This is the last tile you can walk into before the encounter happens, so this is the tile that makes Liquid Flame battle you. So here we need a little bit of setup, because we are not going to tank out Liquid Flame on their critical HP, so this is why we set up Lena as a Red Mage. Red Mages can use basic white and black commands, so we can use the Red Mage to heal up the party, and we need 3 cure spells on the entire party. So to heal multiple party members, you're gonna press right, and when you see the pointers blinking, that means that you're selecting everybody, so cure everybody thrice, run out of MP. If for some reason Lena doesn't have enough MP for this because of weird job switching, you can use Faris for healing, it's whatever. But then we got a job switch as well. We need Lena as a Time Mage. Why Time Mage? Is because it has a lot more agility than Black Mage Bards, which is something we want for turn order manipulation. And Lena can afford to use a Time Mage for magic multipliers because she has better magic powers, better magic rather than the others do. So she can afford that. She also wants to learn Dimension Magic of this, and so just something to keep in mind until Biblos, when she switches job classes. And the Faris is going to turn into a Black Mage to finally learn the Black command. We cannot skip that. So yeah, Lena to Time Mage, Faris to Black Mage, heal the party. That's enough to deal with Liquid Flame. Alright. Okay, I got a bit ahead of myself here, but I can start explaining the battle. So the way Liquid Flame works is that when he has 3 phases, right? So whenever you hit Liquid Flame, he's going to switch into one of these other shapes that he has. He has the human form, the tornado form, and the hand form. So Liquid Flame takes a couple ice rods to defeat, that's all you need to do. But one of his phases is immune to magical damage, so it's not going to be affected by the ice rod. This is the hand form. So Liquid Flame just has a 50-50 of turning into the tornado or the hand form whenever you hit him. So it's just luck. Preferably we need the tornado form so that we can just kill Liquid Flame right away. If we get the hand form, it's a bit more nuanced. You have to hit him with a physical attack with any of your mages. Also wait a bit for your ATBs to keep advancing to ensure that the battle doesn't go awry, and then wait for him to switch into another form that is vulnerable to magic, and then you can kill him. So if hand form happens, I'm sorry, it's unavoidable. It's just something that happens sometimes. Now every single phase as well is going to react whenever they switch phases. So if you hit the human form with an attack or any damage at all, it's going to switch into the Oh, it's going to hit you with Flame. Flame is an AoE damage to the entire party that hits them for 25% of their max HP. The Tornado form counters with Magnet, which pulls you to front row, but you're never going to see that because you get a Tornado form. That means that you can kill Liquid Flame straight away. And if you get the Hand form, it's going to counter with Fire too. So that's going to kill somebody, and you will have to revive the person who dies. Specifically, you need to revive Faris and Lena because they need the AP. They cannot leave this battle without AP, especially Faris. She has to learn Black Magic after this. So, specifically, Hand form is set out on a mission to destroy your speedrun. But we'll just have to see what happens. Okay. So, Liquid Flame either opens with Flame or a physical attack. None of them matter. Just watch it come as it may. And here we take Lena once again and cast another Ice Rod onto the guy. And here you get a chance to do Menuhin. So if the Ice Rod and the Thunder Rod are below on the inventory slots, you want to pull them up if you can during the Ice Rod animation. And then you go back out to see what the Liquid Flame turns into. So here, okay, perfect. I wanted to show this. We get the Hand form. So what you want to do here is wait a little bit for Lena's turn to recharge, just for safety. And then fight. Now, this form is vulnerable to physical damage, so because it took damage, it's going to be forced to switch phases. So now somebody will have to die because it always counters with fire too. And now we need to revive Faris, because she needs that AP. So now Galuf can just finish off the human form once again. So like I said, if you got Tornado form, you just cast another Ice Roll, you don't have to bother with the setup. And you also get better drops too. The human form drops Flame Scroll. You can just grab that and sell that for a little bit of cash. Hand form drops. You cannot get the drop from the hand form, so it doesn't matter. But the Tornado form drops a Fireball, which sells for 1250 gold. I think it's a significant sum of money. So besides not wasting time, the Tornado form also gives you better money. So it's just the reality we live in, boys. Okay, leaving this area, we need to be at 209 total steps.